working in government debt management for nearly 20 years. I started with Customs and Excise as a collector of VAT on the telephones, and I've done pretty much every job on the way up and ended up running the show for government in the Cabinet Office. My role is centred around what's called the functional model of government. And when you think about government as it looks out on the nation, it looks out in a siloed, departmentalised approach. So if you take, for example, the Department for Education, they're experts in education, but they won't necessarily be experts in commercial or project management or debt management. So we created functions at the centre of government to provide strong leadership for those corporate activities right the way across government. Indesser is a joint venture between the Cabinet Office and TDX Group Limited, and it manages a panel of agencies on government's behalf. This was a hugely innovative move for government. It was a very big first-of-its-kind project, and by setting it up as a joint venture, we were able to ensure that we had non-executive directors on the board, gave government a certain amount of control and a view as to how the company was performing. And of course, what that also means is that the company is able to pay dividends to government, which further reduces the cost and adds to the value for the taxpayer. TDX were working with government for a long time before we set up Indesser. They have a good understanding of the debt market. The agencies that they employ have been that they're FCA authorised, so we follow treating customers fairly principles. Indesser is a great way for local authorities to augment the in-house capability that they already have. Operational debt management processes are often laid into legislation, and some of that legislation is quite old. A really good example of that is council tax. It's 27 years old now, the regulations, and it's very difficult to innovate when you're constrained by legislation. So through Indesser, local authorities are able to access best-in-class analytics, which will help them to segment customers into optimised collection strategies. If we can enable local authorities to access services through Indesser, then they get all of that continuous improvement in a big bang. They don't have to take the incremental steps that central government's taken over 20 years to get to this best practice model.